This form is very important, of course, when qualifying for college aid, because this is a free application for federal student aid from the U.S. Department of Education. We're going to look here at the bottom of page 5 in this video, and we're going to focus on question 91, the most important question on the student aid application. The reason why it's so important is because this is where dependent students will have to declare their parents' investment assets, and also it details items they do not have to include. They're actually instructed not to include your non-investment assets. So we've made a lot of mistakes over our lifetimes in planning for our child's education, but we weren't really told about this until now when we get, a child is 17, 18 years old and we're filling out at the FAFSA. Question 91 springs it on us, and now we've got some thinking to do. What items are going to work against your child when qualifying for student aid, for college aid? Well, the bigger the number here in this box for question 91, the bigger this number, the less money your child is going to get in form of aid from the government to go to college. That means the bigger this number, the more money's coming out of your pocket and out of your child's pocket in the form of student loans and whatnot. So this, what we're focusing here on here is getting the maximum amount of college aid, meaning money you do not have to repay and your child never has to repay. And the numbers can be quite large. A friend of mine just used my advice and was able to get his daughter $38,000 in aid from the federal government for her first year at USC. So that's $38,000 just for her first year at USC. Now imagine what that is over 4 or 5 years. It's about $200,000, and that's of take-home pay or after-tax income, right? And so he would have had to have earned income of $400,000 to put her through school, because it would have been cut in half with taxes. So that's $400,000 of free income, if you will, just for one child. Now imagine what that is for 2 or 3 children. That's easily $1 million of earned income that you don't have to earn. So now let's go over this here. Investment real estate will be counted, of course, as an investment. They're not going to count the family home in this calculation, but they will count trust funds. Interesting here, they'll count money markets against you. If you have money market funds, that works against you. Mutual funds, as well as the CD you have at the bank. So you have a certificate of deposit at the bank. Not only is that not tax efficient, not only does it not keep up with inflation real well, but now even the CD at the bank is going to work against your kid, and your child is going to be saddled with student loans rather than college aid. So we can move this stuff around and make this work to where we can put a number very close to 0 in question 91 and to qualify for your child for as much aid as possible. Other things that are going to work against your child are your stocks, your stock options, bonds. And this one's interesting, Coverdell savings accounts. So you took advantage of Coverdell savings accounts, also 529 savings plans, and because you saved for your child's college education, the federal government now says, well, why don't you zap all this money and all the rest of the money you have and then come to us for aid? Well, we're not going to follow that plan, and I'll show you how here in just a moment. Also, if you took advantage of a prepaid tuition plan that maybe your state government provides, that's going to work against your child for aid, and because you took advantage of a prepaid tuition plan, the federal government is going to say, well, go ahead and exhaust those funds and then come back to us next year maybe, and we'll see what we can do for you. Now let's skip ahead to what's not counted as an investment asset. There are several items that are not counted as investment assets when your child applies for college aid. Among them, cash value life insurance. Now life insurance isn't just life insurance when it's cash value life insurance. It can be used for several things, and we'll kind of go into that in another video because it's sort of lengthy, and I don't want to bore you with that right now. Other things that will not count against your child are 401k plans, pension funds. Now this one's interesting, annuities. Not only will retirement annuities not work against your child, but also non-retirement annuities. Even non-retirement annuities are tax deferred, and they're tax favored vehicles that you can save for retirement with. And so what I'm saying here is we're not limited by your IRA caps. When we're considering annuities, we can actually move money into cash value life insurance and into non-qualified or non-retirement annuities, among other things. But those are the two main things we can really move money into. And so when we move money in from these items in this paragraph, into these items in this paragraph, now we can get to where we're close to a $0 figure in this box here for question 91. And the closer we can get to 0 on this number here in question 91, the more money your child can get for college, and the more money they can get they never have to repay. And like I said, it can be up to $38,000 a year. It could be more than that. You might even be able to get your kid an Ivy League education. So we'll talk about that more in the next video, but if you'd like to go over this with me one-on-one for your situation, my email and phone number are listed on this website. And if you like what we've done here, then we definitely ought to talk.